Aquarius, Pisces, Cusp to your end of the month reading for April. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, welcome, and cross watchers, of course. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on. Getting out the best energy for this message. If you guys are interested in a personal reading or a personal hypnosis or meditation, you can check all of that out in the description area under this video. Okay, let's see what's going on. Give your inner critic a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. Remember, Capricorn got that as well. Okay. So let's see what's going on over here. Critiquing yourself. Well, with all this energy in the air, these crazy portals going on, it wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of heavy energy going on. You have Saturn with Mars, with Neptune. That's just coming out. And Uranus is actually getting ready to move into Gemini, so it's also getting itself worked up to move out of Taurus. Okay, guys, it says you're getting over the Three of Swords. Moving on from pain. Time to heal. Holding on to yesterday, but yet trying to move on. It feels like kind of a double entendre there, doesn't it? I am healing, but my inner self doesn't know how to move on when I'm critiquing myself. There's a lot of guilt for some of you. It's almost like I keep hearing somebody saying, like, damn it, why did I do that? That really hurt me. You guys need to move on from that. Forgive yourself. We all make mistakes, but we can't hold on to it forever. And others that have hurt us as well were lessons, whether we liked them or not. They learn lessons and we learn lessons, but they're not here to keep us down for the rest of our life. Be kind to yourself. Yeah. Wow. Nine of Swords. Keeping you up at night, keeping the memory alive in your mind, even though you're trying to heal from the situation. You're like, I'm moving on. But then the night comes around and you're like, God, I can't get it out of my head. Why does it still hurt so bad? It makes me want to really take this card and put it sideways. Because I do feel at times you're like, I'm done, I'm healed, I'm okay. And then that triggers you at night. You wake up, I have a hard time, I have insomnia, I can't sleep. Even though I'm healing from the situation, I'm just not completely healed, but I am trying to move on from it. If I could just get it out of my head. King of Shields. Could have been dealing with an earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, which is crazy. That was a Capricorn card as well. You could have been dealing with Capricorn. This is my Taurus card, of course. It's King of Shields, King of Coins. So, or it could have been Virgo. Could have been a bad job. Maybe it was a good job that ended bad. Maybe you messed up. Maybe you did something that ended the job that got you fired, and you're like, oh my God, why did I do that? And then for some of you, it's just whoever this person is. It could be a love Could have been a bad friendship or good friendship. For some of you, it was something that was good that ended up bad. Some kind of fight and argument took place. Either you walked away or they walked away. But you're up in the air about the situation, and you just can't, you're just having the most horrible time releasing this. You can also feel like somebody didn't take accountability for their actions. Maybe you feel like you didn't take accountability for your actions, and it like sucked. For some of you, you may have yelled at the boss because the boss did something, and then you're like, you came back at him, and then you got fired, and then you're like, why did I do that? Why couldn't I just do A, B, and C? Take what resonates, what doesn't resonate, throw away. It doesn't make you a bad person, it makes you human. So you feel like there's strings attached and you're holding on to this. There could have been some shortcuts that were made. I feel like the shortcuts are how you're processing your feelings. I feel like for some of you, that's the reason that the card needs to be sideways, because you're saying, I'm really hurt, but I am healing. But I'm taking shortcuts to healing. And it's not working because I haven't completely healed, so it's still keeping me in my mind. But you keep critiquing yourself, keep putting yourself down about the situation. When you heal and you come to the understanding, it could have been War of the Roses, which is a fight between two lovers. When you come to the conclusion that maybe it wasn't meant to be, or things end the way that they're supposed to end, for whatever lesson, however the situation is, no matter what it is, it's saying critiquing yourself, putting yourself down, worrying about these situations is not helping the situation. That's not going to help you heal. The Knight of Swords, telling your truth, speaking your truth to yourself. That's, and I don't mean through critiquing and calling yourself names or doing any of those things. That's not what I mean. Coming to the conclusion that I am human, the lightning struck. But tomorrow will be a better day. If we always live in the past, then where's the present? The present is in the past. Where's the future? In the past. So it's saying, I need you to be the Knight of Swords. I need you to speak your truth to yourself with love. No shortcuts. Real healing. Queen of Swords. A lot of swords. Cut away the fog of yesterday, so that way you can tell your truths about tomorrow. But you can tell your truths about tomorrow by starting today. Why? Because everything happens in the present. Queen of Swords says that there is a rainbow. It's really low, but that's where you're going. Allow the light to shine in, getting rid of yesterday's worries, doubts, fears, anxieties, pains. Healing from them the right way, not the shortcuts. Sometimes we want to bounce up and we just want to be like, yeah, I'm totally fine. I'm going to be totally fine. Then we go to bed at night and we're like, oh my God, because it all works back down, right? Because the mind then all of a sudden takes over and it starts going after what all took place. And the only way to do that is to free ourselves from that situation the right way, which is through love, care, understanding, and knowing that tomorrow is a brighter day with a rainbow. After the storm comes the rainbow. You see the storm? After the storm comes the rainbow, but it's also through the shedding of the old and getting back into our worth, getting back into not telling ourselves all these harsh things. Take a vacation day. Taking a vacation day doesn't mean you actually have to take off work or that you actually have to take a vacation. It could mean get in the bathtub, take a vacation from those Nine of Swords, from those harsh words that you keep telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, I can't believe I did this, and I can't believe I did that. And come to the acceptability that, you know what, I did that. It's going to be okay. Because tomorrow I can make a brighter day. It's going to take time. This isn't something that you just pounce right out of. But see, I feel like for a lot of you, that's what you're trying to do. And that's why it's still disturbing you, because you're just trying to take that, throw it in your heart-shaped box, lock it up with the key, then you swallow the key, but that didn't heal. That just says I stored it away for it to come back later. Healing means that the darkness dissipates. The understanding comes alive. It sheds of the old, bringing in the new, starting from ground zero. Having the acceptance that now I have to move forward. I might even have to take a risk. But at least I can get back to where I feel balanced, balancing out the situation. Maybe you have to make that call to apologize to the other person to actually allow that to shed away. Or maybe you're waiting for the call for this other person to make sure that they, but you know what? Don't sit over here and say, I'm waiting for them to call so that this can all go away. Because what if that day doesn't come? You're going to sit over here like this forever? Saying, man, I wish I would have reached out. Man, I wish I would have done this. Man. And then continuing to still feel trapped in your own prison of your mind. No, it's accepting it. Saying things happen, I accept what I did so that I can transform. And then look, the wheel changes. The wheel comes in and says, this is where I'm going to bring in this dawning of a new day, this new Fool, ground zero. Let's try again. And it doesn't mean it has to be with this person, with that. It means let's try again in the healing. Let's try again and where you become the emperor. Get back on your throne. Know who you are. You're going to be okay. Be kind to yourself. Things are going to start becoming magical again. Let's start again. This is not a place of death. It's a place of rebirth. Different kind of death. Right? This says this is where we can work on the new you. Work on things that are going to work for you. Instead of just standing over here in the Five of Swords, feeling defeated. No more feeling defeated by yourself. No more having fear of what yesterday could bring into the future. Because yesterday should not be your future. You're working towards your 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so in May it says you have a new message coming in. One that's going to allow the improvement of the Five of Shields, the Five of Pentacles, not feeling out in the cold anymore. This will help you get out of the Eight of Swords, which is this Nine of Swords. It says this is your legacy, your purpose. We all have a destiny. We all have a purpose. This is also going to be the healing that you needed. So what's ever going on, don't be so hard on yourself, because it looks like you are going to have this message coming in. A message that's going to renew everything around to help you out. You start nurturing yourself again and feeling like yourself without robbing yourself of your own future. Okay. Wow. Then real healing comes in. then the Ace of Swords. The true truth comes out. The truth that you tell yourself, and then the critique can go away. Someone honors you. Someone honors you and actually adores you. So I don't know, you know, you've been in this wounded warrior area, but I do feel like someone wants to come in and will apologize to you. They do adore you. This has gone too far. This went too far. I want out of this. I've been wounded. You've been wounded. War of the Roses. And someone wants to come and make things right with you. Okay. For those of you, if you know it was a job opportunity that you messed up or however it went down, you have this new opportunity coming towards you that's going to allow you to heal, allow you to not feel like you're wounded anymore, and allow you to grow. No matter what the situation is, this is going to be the growth that you need to not feel like you're walking on a walking stick anymore. You're not going to feel like you have a broken leg. You're not going to feel like the wounded warrior. You're going to feel replenished as the queen of cauldrons, of cups. Okay, a year from now, everything's going to be so different. So different. It's going to be like night and day. But within the next few months, you're going to see this big, huge turnaround. So really listen to your intuition right now. Okay, because now opportunities are knocking at your door as we speak. And in the next few months, everything's going to really turn. And then from a year from now, you may not even remember this. It'll be the last thing that you're thinking of. Okay? Until next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.